Start by looking at the eyes more closely. Eyes are more complex than simple oval shapes. Some of the things we might notice include tear ducts, asymmetrical eyelid shapes, eyelash shapes, different eyebrow shapes, fold lines on the open eyelids, detail of patterns and markings on the iris. Looking at a single eye in detail. While the basic eye shape is a good starting point, it is important to use both knowledge and observation when drawing. Be prepared to move away from the guide and adjust your drawing based on what you can see and observe. The tear duct. The tear ducts are located on the side of the eye closest to the nose. While the shape and size of the tear ducts vary from person to person, they generally extend in towards the nose and a little downwards. Often the upper lines of the tear duct joins the upper eyelid in a fairly smooth line. While the lower edge of the tear duct often has a more pronounced change in direction as it joins the lower eyelid. Notice that the tear duct is a more pink colour, and you can often notice where the tear duct changes into the white of the eye. Draw a line to show where the tear duct finishes. The eyelids. Often the upper eyelid rises more sharply from the tear duct and has a more gentle slope downwards towards the outside of the head. Think up sharply and out gently for the upper eyelid. In basic terms, the lower lid does the opposite. It goes out gently and finishes up sharply, often appearing to disappear under the upper eyelid. Think out gently and up sharply for the lower eyelid. Look to see if you can observe the thickness of the lower eyelid. The eyelashes. Try to notice the lashes on the lower lid. Notice that they are relatively short and quite spread out. The upper eyelashes generally appear to flow outwards as well as upwards. The eyebrows. Eyebrows vary greatly in terms of size, shape, position, and styling. Highly manicured and shaped eyebrows on a young person will likely look very different to natural eyebrows on an older person. It may be helpful to lightly draw the basic outline shape of the eyebrow before drawing in the brow hairs. At this stage, be careful not to place the eyebrow too close to the eye or too far away. Once you are happy with the shape, size and placement of the eyebrow, start to draw hairs that are flowing in the direction you have observed. Try to notice that, even on carefully manicured brows, the hairs will flow in different directions across the length of the brow. Do not attempt to draw each individual hair. Instead, try to draw lines in the different directions that you notice the eyebrow hair is flowing. Fold lines. When eyelids are open, the muscles that control them have forced the lid to fold back on itself, and this creates fold lines on the eyelids. How pronounced these lines are and how they appear is down to a range of factors, including age, facial structure, expression, and so on. Use your observation skills to examine your subject and look to see which fold lines you can bring into your drawing. The iris. When you look closely at an iris, you will notice that it is made up of many different flecks and lines of colour and tone. Like hair, it can be too difficult to draw every mark and fleck of colour in the iris, but follow these few tips to help you make your drawing convincing. When the eye is in a relaxed and open position, the upper eyelid will partly cover the top of the iris. The flecks and pattern marks of the iris run inwards towards the centre of the pupil, similar to spokes on a wheel. Try to be consistent about how you add shading, ensuring that your mark making follows these lines. Build up shading from the outer edge of the iris, as this is the darkest part of the coloured iris. Look for any reflections on the iris and pupil that you can add into your drawing. Building up tonal value. Once you have worked to get the correct structure, you can make your drawing more realistic by building up tonal values.